JK Games, a game podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
anytime.
Hi, hello, hi. We have a returning guest, Miss Shannon, over here. If I had a noise board, I would do the applause.
Woo. We could come up with some of that.
Yeah.
I
think
add that.
we would be very irresponsible with a noise board, I feel like.
I can agree.
I'd just be ripping the fart noise over and over.
Fart noise mode activated the whole time. Yeah.
And then we also have another guest, standing in for Jerica. We have, what's your cat name, Jerica?
Alfonso.
Hippopotamus.
They're both good.
Can we combine them somehow?
Alfonso.
Alphotamus.
That's me.
Jerica is really in character this week. If you're not watching live, you need to watch the video after the fact because it's adorable. I love it. That's kind of a hint to what we're going to be talking about today and why we have lovely Shannon on with us. Is this week we're going to be talking about Stray that came out not long ago.
The 19th. I know exactly the date.
Nice.
She's ready. The 19th.
The 19th. Which, Jerica and Shannon have both beat the game. I am a loser and did not beat it yet.
Yeah.
But we're going to... Yes.
Mm-hmm. Such a loser.
Yep.
At least you know it. You know.
And so, but with that being said, so if you have not completed it yet, it's going to be spoiler free. And there may be if you want to be completely blind, which let's be honest, this game's everywhere right now. You can see there's clips and screenshots everywhere. So light story things, but we're mainly be talking about overall general impressions. And we invited Shannon because she's a little stray cat boy.
That's facts.
We invited her.
Read them and weep.
Facts.
She was a guest. We did she was in our early podcast days when we first started.
It was a good time.
Yeah, we did some live streams together back before we did regular Twitch. Remember that scary game?
Oh my god, yeah, that was very stressful.
Yeah, we drank a little too much wine. We were all a little
was
tipsy.
it too much or was it the right amount? Who's to
Probably
say?
right about.
That's actually.
And we played Human Fall Flat.
Yeah, that was good.
That
was a good time.
We did Human Fall Flat, and then I think we did Until Dawn, didn't we?
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what's... Yeah, Until Dawn.
Was that the scary one?
That was really fun.
There isn't... Maybe at some point we could all play the Quarry together.
Is that a
That'd
scary
be really
one?
entertaining.
Yeah.
It's
we'll see.
sort of scary.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining us. If you're watching us live, we really appreciate it. And we're going to talk games today. We're going to do our normal episode format. If you're new, Jerica and I are the co-host of JK Games, and Shannon is our guest, our lovely guest. We're going to ask her our normal interview question later, so stay tuned. Katronica said Jerica is about 10 to 20% louder than the others.
Wow, that's never happened before. Usually it's the other way around. Could be because this mic's in my face. That should be a little bit better.
Best cat names are food. That's funny. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. So we're going to do our easy mode where we talk about what we've been playing, what we've been watching. I want to ask Jerica about a movie she just watched. I would like to hear about it. I wonder if... I don't think Shannon watches scary movies. Do you, Shannon? Okay. And then Jerica also got a new console.
Nice.
That she hasn't
Yeah,
talked
but
about
I'm
yet.
having buyer's remorse.
Oh, no. I want to hear about it,
you
though.
Get?
I definitely want to hear about it.
We're going to talk about it.
I got a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what that means. So that was just my normal average response I give when I don't know what something means.
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah. What is it?
Exactly.
What is it you got there?
And then we have some news we're going to talk about. Just some, not too much crazy in the news this week, but there is a couple things to go over. Some chunky delays we got. One in particular that we'll discuss. And then some updates that are cool that are coming out. one game that got an update that I really want to play now that I will talk about. Some Destiny stuff coming up, Jerica. There's a Destiny showcase. I want to hear your thoughts. Okay. And then our expert mode, which is our main topic, is just Stray, that we're going to talk about our first impressions. So you could go ahead and follow us over on Instagram and Twitter, which is just JK Games Podcast. You'll hear when we're going live. Shannon, if you have anything to plug at any point, plug it.
Nope. You know, your SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Don't have any sound.
Yeah, I edit a lot of cat noises together to make songs. So that's on my SoundCloud.
Meow, meow, meow.
I'll share it at the end for the people that actually invest in this episode. For you guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep the viewers in. Not going to give them all the goodies up front. No.
The goodies.
You got to wait around. You got to go to dinner with us first.
Katronica said, the Steam Deck. So I guess she's excited to hear your thoughts, Jerica. We'll see what she has to say. And then if you're not watching on Twitch, we do our live episodes on Twitch. We stream some games every now and then, and that is just JK Games Podcast as well. And then this will also, in its entirety, be on YouTube. We have a special exclusive clip that's going to be at the beginning this week. So you got to watch the YouTube video to get that extra bonus content.
Yeah. It definitely was better in my head.
No, it's going to be good.
Not because of y'all, because my delivery, okay? Well, I didn't have a script.
I might have some fun editing I can script.
Do. Okay, Kayla.
I might edit it silly. We'll see. And of course, don't forget to leave us a review on whatever platform you're listening on. That helps us out a lot. We would really appreciate it. And let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's get started. Who wants to start with what they've been playing?
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Besides
you
Stray,
just
obviously.
went through a whole list of things that were going to happen, and I didn't remember any of them. But I'm excited about all the things you said. So what's the problem?
Most episodes, same.
We're going to talk about what we've been playing. All right. Who wants to start?
That's good. Somebody else can start.
Besides Stray. We'll talk about that later. Jerica, you got a lot to talk about, don't you? I think so.
You always think I do, and I'm just like playing Destiny every week like a dummy.
I've really only been playing
Destiny the
two things, so.
Well, I'll start if you would like.
Thank you, Kayla. Yeah, go.
Okay, wait. Now, okay. I'm trying to think of this game. It's been a while.
I actually do have a game I've been playing a lot recently. It's called the New York Times Crossword Puzzle. And I'm very good at them. I've recently become addicted. Really enjoy them. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Wow.
What would be the Metacritic score for that, Shannon? What kind of score would you give it?
10 out of 10 would play again. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Educational?
So it's a masterpiece. When it's a 10 out of 10, it's a masterpiece.
I believe so. Also, some psychological benefits there. Your mylar neuron pathways. Good for all that jazz.
Okay. You didn't know you were going to science podcast.
These things are important. Stay sharp. Stay ready.
Stay sharp, people. Stay sharp. Yes. But you did say you've been playing Elden Ring.
Yes, I have been playing a lot of impressions on that. So I was really nervous. So we got the PS5, and we were trying to decide what games we were going to get. And I didn't want to pick... Sometimes I'm really affected by aesthetics of a game. So if it's too dark, like I want something to take a break from that. And I was worried that Elden Ring was going to be a little dark. We were going to go with Elden Ring or Death Stranding, but we went with Elden Ring first, and it's such a big game. We'll end up getting Death Stranding later on, but it's on the list. Yeah. It's on the list.
I hope, Shannon, that you're my first friend that will finish that game, because literally no one else has beaten it that I can talk to about it.
Yeah, I didn't beat it. Yeah.
All the hype I built around it, I don't have any great
no one gives
friends,
it to.
Except could be you. It could finally be you, Shannon.
I can't let stuff go. Okay. I have a problem with that, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, so we got Elden Ring, and it's been really, really great. I am frustrated every day by how much of a little soft weakling baby biscuit I am out in the Elden Ring world. But I'm learning more that I think I chose one of the harder character archetypes to start with. I chose the bandit. So apparently that's kind of a thing. Didn't know that. I just was like, bandit, sneak up, sneak the stuff,
sneaky
get out. Yeah,
Stab,
get out of there. And
shank.
I do that sometimes, but there are a lot of times when you can't do that, so that's been kind of a bummer. But it's nice because it's an exploratory game. I feel like I really enjoy stuff like that. I just like riding on my horse. You know, the episode I talked about in Assassin's Creed years ago that we did?
Yes, I remember that.
I was like, where's the end of the map? No, I want to get on this mountain. Please let me get on this mountain.
Yeah.
So I think
I do remember that.
Yeah, those are kind of all my thoughts. Elden Ring, I think, is a really good game. I like that it doesn't spell everything out for you. I did actually also listen to y'all's episode where Josh came on and talked about his.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of the same thoughts and feelings that Josh did about Elden Ring, but have none of the background for From Software or Souls games. I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah.
I just hear it all the time when I'm looking up videos for rune farming because I hate dying.
Nice.
Talk to Brian about that. Brian Chan. I think he does that. I believe.
That's
you should check in with him.
It's tough to find good spots because every YouTube video is like 15 minutes long and it's like, all right, you need these 20 items before you can set this rune mine up. And I'm like, if I had those 20 items, I wouldn't be worried about farming. I'd already be in a different place right now.
Right, exactly.
So I always think that's a little interesting, but I'm still having a ton of fun. I actually did just find a video that talked to me about a dagger that I'm already in possession of, and I need to strengthen that armament and start doing some experiments. So I am excited,
Wow. I just don't think I have the patience for it. I don't know. I think that I would potentially like it, but I just don't know. I'm like watching people play it more than I think I would.
I can tell you that I did have a moment the other night where I couldn't get to an area, like it just was physically impossible for me. And I had tried like 20 times and Brian was sitting next to me on the couch. And I finally got to a point where I died again. And I was like, let me just tell you this, Brian. I've never wanted anything more in my entire life than to be on this section of the map. And I'm being denied that privilege right now. But it was still fun. He was like, well, looks like you gotta go somewhere else.
Well, other than that, are you enjoying your PS5 like as a whole? Do you really, because I know it's still relatively new to you.
I think it's a really great system. I think I don't really know how much I have to say about it that would be relevant information because I don't have a lot to compare it to. I mean, I guess the Switch.
Yeah.
It is really nice. Like, it works really well. I haven't had any issues with it. The quality is really cool. We have a really nice OLED TV, so that makes it super, super nice. Yes. We also got Star Wars Legacy, like the Lego game. That is also really good. So,
okay, I've been wanting to play that one. That one's on my list.
It's really, really fun. That's the one that, when me and Brian get sick of Elden Ring, we'll play that together.
Okay, nice. All right. Well, I have very little to talk about aside from Stray, but I tried this new game that I was on a road trip to, we were going out of town for my birthday, and I found this random Switch game. It was on sale in the store. I'm always perusing the Switch store, like the sale section, and I found this game.
It's a good place to peruse.
This game like matched the aesthetics that I like, you know, like dark, like skull and crossbones, like that kind of aesthetic. And so I was like, it's called Death and Taxes is what it's called.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Topical, you know, it came out in 2020 and the concept is pretty simple. And I believe I'm almost done with it because it's very short. You just do like 30 in-game days. And so every day...
I'm going to grab something real quick. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
Oh, it's okay. I'm leaving. Curious.
For 2 minutes.
Uh-oh. I'm concerned. I'm going to keep talking about this game.
It might be another prop.
I think that...
Oh my god, she's going to bring a cat back. I'm so excited. I'm just kidding, everyone. I'm sorry.
Did you see her face? So basically, it's kind of morbid, which... I mean, if you look at the aesthetics, it makes sense. But it's, like, cutesy as well. So, essentially, this is also an indie game. It's by the developer Placeholder Gameworks. I don't know if that's actually their name, Placeholder. Seems like a funny name to name your company. That's funny. But essentially it's a simulation. So you are a Grim Reaper that decides who lives and who dies, okay? So that sounds like super morbid, but essentially like I think you die as a character, like you die and you're like used as this gateway, and you have like a boss. It's like you're working a desk job. You literally are sitting like at like a simulated desk, and every day there's new papers on your desk. And so you'll have like 10 different people to choose from, and they give you criteria. Oh no, what's she got? I want to know what's happening. Oh no. Oh, she got her Steam Deck, I bet. Okay.
Hold my breath. Coming up the stairs. Sorry, you hear me. I'm interrupting.
Oh, no, it's okay.
I can't even hear. Hold on.
That was just the sound of Kayla being excited about the Death and Taxes game.
Yeah.
Nice. It's like real life, yeah.
Yep, exactly. So essentially, Jerica, which it's a simulation game, kind of, and it's a desk job, but you're a Grim Reaper, and you decide who lives and who dies. And,
oh my god, that's awesome.
And so you have like a boss. Your boss is like another, like I guess the head Grim Reaper or something. And so every day you go down this little elevator, and there's other things you can do. It's an indie game. It came out a couple years ago. And so you're sitting at a fake desk. And on your desk, you can, like, interact with all the little things. Like, you have a phone that has, like, fake news articles that's really funny. And you get papers. And every paper is a different person. It tells you a little bit about their life. And you decide whether they live or die. And you have criteria you have to meet. So your boss will be like, okay, 3 people have to die today. And it'll even say, like, they have to be over 30 or, like, under 30. And so you get, like, the person's age and a little bit about them. And, like... It's questionable. It's like moral things. Like, okay, this person's a bad person, but should they be the one to die? Like, I don't know. Aravi in the chat, Josh, said you should play Papers, Please. Have you guys heard of Papers, Please?
No.
It's like Death and Taxes, but about letting immigrants in the border. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm like, wow, these are really...
It's about to come out on mobile. I bet it has like a good message though, probably.
I hope so.
But yeah, I played that on my Switch for a couple hours. It's only a couple hours long. I was kind of farting around and like messing around, but it's like 30 in-game days, and so like you go to sleep and it starts like a new day. But you have it says it's like a butterfly effect game where your choices have like consequences. Is Death and Taxes on any other platform? It is on macOS, Windows, and Switch. So I believe...
Would that be a Steam thing, Kayla?
I believe so. That's all it says. It doesn't say Steam.
I don't know about things.
It doesn't say Steam, but it might be on Steam.
I'm looking.
Okay, that's all I've been playing. Still working on going through... Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's $3.89.
Yeah, it's super
it's a
cheap.
Good deal.
I found it perusing the store on the Switch.
Free demo.
Yeah.
You can even download a demo on
Check
Steam.
it out.
I recommend it. It's cute. But that's really all new I've been playing. I've been playing Apex and Fortnite and Valorant. Started playing more Valorant with our friends. I streamed it the other night if you would like to watch.
Brian just re-downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2 again on the PlayStation. Just because it's such a good game. It is fun watching him play Elden Ring and then going back and forth. Like, our backseat playing to each other would be entertaining for another person. We have very different types of strategies. Like, I'm trying to sneak in and then get out without, getting got.
Yeah.
And I just feel like he's always
Jerica
like, I believe I can fly, and just jumps into the thick of it. And I'm like, what?
That's me. That's me.
Pillage that guy. You just killed a boss, dude. You have to pillage him. Just already running on to the next thing.
Jerica, what have you been playing?
Other than Stray, I've also been playing around with this thing. That's what I went to get.
Yeah.
I'm unzipping it.
Me and Shannon were speculating.
Take it off its clothes.
Ooh. ASMR.
Yep. Guess I got this
That's
Steam
just a
Deck.
little bit.
Ooh, that's bigger than I thought it was. That's what she said.
It's massive. This is my face.
Nice. Wow.
As big as my face. And basically, it's a portable PC. And I got Hollow Knight on there right now.
Ooh, pretty.
But if you have like, obviously it's got some kind of operating system. I think it's called Linux. I'm gonna act real stupid right now. I've heard of Linux, but it's not Windows, but it runs Linux, but it's got Steam on it, okay? It's got the Steam stuff. Can't really see it. It's not
the UI's
there
great.
It is. I can see it all.
Oh, I can see it.
There it is. You can see it. And like I could play games like this. It's blurry.
Exactly like that.
That's the most comfortable. That's
But
what
you
they
can even-
recommend. Chiropractors. It's the best for your neck.
I'm trying to
Ergonomics.
get it. I'm trying to play something for y'all
Okay.
right now. I got God of War.
Ooh.
I could play God of War on here. Launch it anyways. But here it is. Well, it's still telling me about things, I guess.
It showed it for a second.
Let's see if it launches. I'll see how long it takes. But anyways, pretty much any game that I have in Steam, I can play on this. And apparently you can hack them and put retro games on it. I like to call
Like
jailbreaking hacking, modded. I like to just say it's hacking.
I
It
think
sounds
that's
cooler.
funnier, yeah.
But who would have thought you'd see a PlayStation game on a portable thing
Yeah.
since the Vita?
In this day and age.
So
Did you
It's
hack
pretty
yours
cool.
yet?
I could play. I haven't hacked it yet. I'm a little nervous. And back to what I said earlier, I'm sort of having buyer's remorse. So these things are really hard to get. Like I've been on a wait list for months. I just put down a deposit thinking I might want this. Let me do it now. Because even then I wasn't 100% sold. But it's like $5 to put down a pre-order. And literally it's been like 7 or 8 months. Like it's been a long time. So they're hard to get. There's still a wait list, but it was finally my time to shine.
There it
Yeah.
is.
So
Congratulations.
I bit the bullet, and I'm just constantly thinking though, like I could play God of War on this and sit on the toilet and poop,
Yeah.
and all that now, which is pretty cool. But like, how often am I doing that?
Yeah.
You would think all the time with how much I talk about pooping, but it's not all the time. I'm pretty regular, so
That's
I'm
good.
not doing this a lot. So I'm like, well, look at that, it's Kratos.
There he is.
Yeah, it looks really good. What do you think about the quality?
Well, I don't know. My camera keeps blurring it like I'm showing you something bad, but it's just God of War. The quality is really good. I'm a little sad about the frame rate with some of the games.
Oh, no.
Because I'm used to looking at things on my PlayStation and on the OLED. So I'm like, why don't I just play this on the TV? What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be on the toilet that long.
Yeah.
So did I waste money? Possibly. But you can flip them for a pretty penny right now.
Okay.
But do I want to be that person where I flip it and sell it for more money? That's
Yeah.
also something I'm sort of against.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
That's
tough
tough.
choice.
Jinx.
So I don't know what to do.
I could see what you're saying. I think the only way because for me, I'm probably gonna just play my Switch. If I want to play a game where it's on my PC, I probably just want to be on my PC. I don't know, but it's cool.
I wish it would blur it out.
That is so funny that it's doing that. Twitch is weird about stuff.
Yeah, I can't show things. Man, how's Twitch in my camera? Am I hacked? Did Twitch hack us?
Twitch
Are
is
we
in
hacked?
here. They're modding.
Anywho,
So you like it? You're just
Okay.
not sure how much use you're gonna get out of it.
I like it. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
Because literally,
fair.
you're right. Like I got the Switch, and if I'm traveling or doing anything portable, that's enough. It's been enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what to do.
You probably have a little while to decide, right? Or you could probably return it for a while.
I need
or
to check
sell
the
it.
return policy. I need to know. Yeah. At least I got the smallest like storage option, so it's the cheapest one. I got the cheapest one.
You could think about it this way, and this might help your moral like compass a little bit. If you resell it to someone, even though it might be a little bit more, you might sell it for a little bit more. You're giving it to someone access that they might not be able to get it. You know?
And I'm not gonna charge, like, some of these people are on eBay like $800. That's a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just looking to make $100. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I think there's nothing
I don't
wrong
know.
with
If anyone's looking for a Steam Deck, I might be able to cut you a deal.
We got our
Compared to others,
PlayStation.
I don't know.
We just, like, one of our friends was like, I heard you guys were looking for a PlayStation. And I was like, well, like, if it just comes my way, I wouldn't say no to it. And I was like, but I'm not going to pay scalper's price. So if you find one that's like, you know, normal price point, then yeah. And they were like, found one. I already bought it for you. And I was like, sweet.
Aww.
And
That's
yeah,
nice.
it was really,
That's
really cool.
awesome. How cool.
I don't even think
Jerica
I had a
helped me get
concept
mine.
as to how difficult they were to get until I texted you guys and was like, oh, wow. Like, some people still can't get these. It's kind of crazy.
Not gonna lie, I've been still following, and I try to get them all the time because there's still people that we know that want them.
Yeah.
So
Josh
I'm always
just
trying
got
to get one. Yeah, like literally, I have been trying since they've come out, and I only got lucky one time, and I got an order through Amazon, and then at the moment, no one needed one, and I was like, I'm gonna cancel the order.
Yeah.
But literally, I've only had one other shot to getting one since they came
Which
out.
is
They are
crazy.
really hard to
Elusive
get.
creatures.
I love that we were live. We were live when we got the pre-orders for the PlayStation 5. It was really funny.
I was like, I told Audrey, she thought I was overreacting when I told her, we need to go to GameStop right now.
Yeah.
And we were like in comfy clothes. I was like, babe, get your goddamn shoes on. We're going to
That
the
was like
GameStop.
me after I saw a
And
commercial.
she turned around and she was like, what? I was like, I'm serious. We got to go right now. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yes.
We're already
gotta
late
go right
Holler,
now.
Audrey.
It was just announced like 2 hours ago, but I was like, the pre-orders are
That
up.
is so funny.
Let's go get them.
Well, okay, so I think that wraps up everything we've been playing except for Stray, which we're going to talk about later. I'm excited to hear what y'all think. Do we want to go ahead and go into a little bit of news? We can probably go through this pretty quickly. It's not too much to talk about. Do you want to tell me about this Destiny showcase that's happening in our news, Jerica?
Oh, is that me? That you're?
I
is it my
don't have
turn?
news.
Yeah, well-
So yeah,
That's okay.
Okay.
You can comment on
Yeah.
ours. Yeah.
Shannon, you have
No,
news?
I don't have news.
Oh. I was like, cool. I don't care what it is. Any news you can share.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Jerica, really quick. You watched Nope, didn't you?
yes, I did. I watched it.
I know you don't want to say much
I should
about
have responded.
it.
Yep.
But you recommend it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Favorite movie of the year.
Wow.
Number one slot. And it, honestly, like, I know some people get put off by scary movies, but it's not scary. It's not scary.
It's
Is it like
psychological,
Bird
like-
Box?
Yeah. A little suspenseful like that, yeah. There, I mean, I'm not going to compare it to anything too wild. I don't want to. If I compare it to this, it will give it away. But it's another movie that's also just a cult classic, but it's not scary. Like you would watch it with the lights off. But it's like that. Okay,
I
go
feel
see
like
it.
I want to guess
not
now,
scary, I
like the
promise.
cult classic.
Okay,
Is it The Shining?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
That one was kind of a little psychological.
Which is funny because that's the name of the movie I'm talking about. It is. This is about, if you've heard, someone guessed Shutter Island. Nope.
Oh, that one was good.
Nope is nope.
I did like
Nope.
Shutter Island.
It's
I love
the
Shutter
movie.
Island.
I watched an interview today because Jordan Peele, writer director dude, I love his movies. Get Out's one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is now my favorite movie he's done. It's so good, but it's all about spectacle, like humanity and spectacles,
Oh,
not
interesting.
glasses, but just like what we like to look at and try to get pictures of and that sort of thing.
Okay, okay.
It's really good. It's
All
good.
right.
Oh my god.
Well,
I can't wait to watch it again. If you could see it on IMAX, go see it in IMAX because the movie is shot for IMAX, and there's like a couple scenes that were just like, that's cool.
I love seeing
Yeah.
your little kitty face go.
It's so dope. Like I normally go to I keep talking. Kayla's trying to move us on to the next topic, but here I go. I normally go to the theater with the comfy seats that like recline. Like that's the only place I go now. It's like it's perfect. But for this movie, I went to the uncomfortable seats, but with the big IMAX, and it was well worth
Okay.
it.
Nice.
Trade-off.
Yeah, trade-off there.
Trade-off. All right. I don't want to cut you off because I asked you because I wanted to know. But
I know. Nope. Someone asked, like, was Nope better than Get Out? Ugh. It's tough. Like, Nope is my favorite Jordan Peele movie now, but they're equally as good, in my opinion.
it's good to know. Surprisingly, I love scary movies and like suspenseful, like psychological movies. I haven't seen any of his movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I want to though.
We should do Jordan Peele and review.
We could.
Series.
We
Watch
like to
these
talk
movies, talk about them.
Pop culture just in general, like media.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to talk about all kind of stuff. So we could do that if anybody wants to see that. That would be really fun. I love movies. All right. Moving on to another topic I want to hear Jerica's opinion about.
And I won't go on and on.
To our normal mode, our news. Destiny announced that they're gonna have a showcase on August 23rd. So I watched the little trailer. What do you think's coming out, Jerica? Or what is coming out?
All you gotta know is, okay, like, Destiny's been around for a long time now. They've always had this big, amazing dream of making a 10-year-long thing, and then we're about to reach the end. There's a couple of big expansions left in this part of the story. You know how Marvel Universe, they talk about Phase 4, Phase 5. Like, this has been one, like, this might be like Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 of Destiny, like the last bit of stuff before they have to do something new. And what's getting so exciting, because I know neither one of you know nothing about Destiny lore, but
I'm actually a resident expert on Destiny. But I can't disclose any information because of my security clearance level for Destiny information. So.
Oh. Yeah.
Just react with your face if you can. I just want you to know my guardian currently is just full of light. Okay? We're just charged with light. Wow,
that's so beautiful.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to go. We're ready to cast our supers, throw our hammers, throw up our shields. The Titans are ready to go. And the witness has shown his face.
Can I get
the witness is here? He's here.
Sorry.
You know, the witness is here with the darkness, and we know the light. The Guardians have played with the darkness. Is there an in-between? We're trying to figure that out.
Could say.
Oh, wow.
Without one, there's not, you gotta have the other. It's like a balance, yin and yang. But the witness is trying to mess stuff up, okay? He's trying to take down the Traveler. Will the Traveler fall? That's the question we all have right now, because the next expansion is called, or will be called, Lightfall.
Ooh,
which will light fall? That's the question.
Who's to
will
say?
It fall, Shannon?
Who is to say? That's the age-old question. Why do we wear digital watches? That's another good question.
Why? When we can just have the sun.
Exactly. Until it falls, until the light falls, evidently. Then, sundials wouldn't be that helpful.
Somebody said in the chat, Batman enters Destiny.
All right, I'm gonna pull up a picture for y'all, okay, of the witness. The witness is like Thanos.
Okay.
Finally, when you finally see Thanos for the first time, and then see like the big bad guy behind it all.
I thought Thanos' head looked real dumb the first time I saw him.
Yeah.
He looks
got a big old head.
Does he look like that in the comics?
I think so, yeah. Hunter, our resident expert, is not available at this time.
Okay. All right, let me pull up this picture and make it full screen here. Okay. I gotta figure out how to do this.
Josh in our chat said that somebody needs to novelize Destiny.
Yeah. Oh my God. When will that happen? I hope soon, because
I'm surprised there's not like comics or something.
I'm trying to find a better picture.
That's fine. What's really funny is, how like the screen was blurring your Steam Deck? It's blurring Audrey's computer behind your head. How crazy is that?
You know what that is? I don't know if that's Twitch now. I think it's this. I got this NVIDIA broadcast shit on my computer, and it keeps downloading itself. I keep shutting it down.
That's so funny.
And it keeps turning
entered rant mode
because I like the blur.
We sound like old conspiracy
I turn it
theorists.
off. I turn it off every day, or every time I go on this computer, it still does stuff. So it's probably using more CPUs.
That is
In my
terrible.
mind, I just saw like a short clip of you turning it off and just being like, God freaking.
Jesus Christ. All right, I found a picture of the witness, but it's really tiny. Damn it. Hold on.
A quote from
I gotta get...
the chat.
Okay.
As Bill Nye said, anything that sticks up can be a sundial. Don't know what that means.
Yes. That.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, because it casts a shadow. I see.
All right.
Science.
I'm gonna show you a couple pictures of the witness. It's gonna come in. I don't think I can share it to y'all. You'll have to look at the stream, or I
Yeah.
can text it to y'all. But I'll put it in the stream here.
Okay.
I'll
I
just
can do this. I can do this.
Shannon's gonna Google it.
like I need to
tell by the look on her
see
face.
what this is.
The Witness, Destiny 2. Is this like the villain of this? Oh wow, that's the first thing that popped up when I. Oh, okay, I'm on the Destinypedia website. Ooh,
Perfect.
This is
I'm putting its
cool.
putting his face. The face is now in the stream. It's covering all
It's
of us
covering
up.
all
Wow.
of us.
Wow.
So this is the witness.
Metaphorical.
It was revealed. It was revealed at the end of The Witch Queen. Sorry, spoiler alert, but if you're here, you don't care about Destiny. I don't think you would be playing Destiny right now if you did. So which means I don't actually care about it either. But the witness was at the end. You finally see him. We've only heard of the witness. And the witness has all these little pyramid things behind him. Do you see the pyramids?
Yes.
It's got big little, yep. That's the darkness ships. Those are pyramids. There's a few on Earth already, but they're all coming. The whole fleet is coming. And I feel like they're going to try to kill the Traveler, which is the thing that gave the Guardians light, which causes Guardians when they die to come back.
My initial
Ooh.
impression of this image is that, yes, this person has witnessed a lot of things just based off of their eyes. Based off
Their
of
eyes
the
look
way that they
lonely.
look. They have
Yeah,
seen it
I
all.
agree. Because there's humans in the game. So this is definitely like not a human. I could tell by its eyes, or it's like a lizard.
Robotic.
There you go.
There it is.
Wow. Yeah.
Ooh.
He's got like
This
smoke
is also
faces
a
coming
good
out of his
example
head.
of how I look at every cat picture anyone sends me ever. I
It looks
always
almost like a kitty
zoom
cat
it
from
into
here.
this point right here and just look at it.
Josh said in the chat he's got a unibrow. How bad can he be?
You know, I didn't notice that till just now. Is it a tattoo or is it hair?
I don't know.
I think it's a
A
unitattoo.
unitat.
Unitat.
Yeah.
You're excited, Jerica.
I'm excited because hopefully we get to see more of the witness, because all we've seen is a little snippet you get at the it's like the after credits scene at the end of MCU movies.
Yeah.
Literally, that's all we've seen of this guy, but he's coming. I'll put it this way. If light falls, Guardians are in trouble. We can't come back to life.
Shannon's
We lose
our
our powers.
helper.
What
Thank you,
is
Shannon.
that? Is that
It's a meme.
fan art?
I like it. It's a good time.
But the showcase is coming on August 23rd.
Yeah, all that to say, I cannot wait to see more of the witness and what's next for Destiny, because we should hear about the next expansion
Nice.
at the showcase.
When do you think it'll come out? Like
We only
later
got-
this year?
If they did what they did last year, like, it won't be till next year.
Gotcha. Just
So-
curious. Okay, cool.
I don't know if they're on a new cycle or not, because usually it comes like their expansions come out in September, but it got delayed last year and pushed to February of this year.
Nikolai at night said, "This is the dude we get to abuse for taking Daddy Cade 6 from us."
Yeah, really sucks. Yeah, that's the guy that caused a lot of problems for us.
Yeah.
So
Alrighty. Well, even though I love hearing about what you're excited about, even though I don't play it myself, so I like admiring from afar. Which, speaking of things that I know nothing about, but that I am interested in. That was a segue.
Good segue.
Have either one of you
was
played No Man's Sky?
What is it?
yes,
Okay. So I actually think that you would really
Hold on.
like.
What is it?
What is it?
What did she say?
Shannon, I think that you would like this, Shannon. It's called No Man's
Oh,
Sky.
I played it, yeah. I've
Oh,
played
you
that
have?
one, yeah.
Okay. So, there's been a lot of modifications and updates and enhancements to the game since its somewhat unsuccessful launch. Because there was... I think that... I don't remember exactly why it didn't do super well. I think maybe they... overpromised, underdelivered when it initially came out.
It was pretty underwhelming.
I think the devs have done a great job of making up for that and pushing a lot of extra things for free. Which there's also another update coming called Endurance, and that is coming soon. I didn't get the exact date, but the YouTube video that I watched looks really cool. No Man's Sky is space exploration, a lot of it's huge. You build spaceships. I think there's farming and stuff in it,
There's
right?
another
You can do,
game
some,
I think
farming
that
stuff.
is going to be
I haven't played it in a minute,
relatively.
so I know there's been a lot of additions. that
Shannon, you're
have,
muted.
Made it way more fun.
I couldn't hear you.
What is it?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah.
There's another
Yes.
game that's
What is
pretty
it?
similar, I think, conceptually to No Man's Sky that's coming out in 2023 called Starfield.
Yeah.
Based off of what we've seen, me and Brian have seen for the game, it looks like it's going to be better than No Man's Sky. Obviously,
Yeah.
No Man's Sky seems like they're releasing a lot of things that will, make the game a little bit better than it was when it was released. So we'll have to see
Yeah.
once all those things are
Yes.
done and then Starfield comes out to compare. But Starfield looks really good if you guys haven't looked into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit, but it got delayed because it was supposed to come out this
Yeah.
year, actually. But then it got
Yeah,
delayed.
I asked off and I was sad. I was like, dang it.
Big sad on
Yeah.
that.
I'm excited about that one. Another game
I
that
just love space.
I love space games
Yeah.
too. Ugh. I'm excited for it. I think it looks good. People were saying it looks like a combo of No Man's Sky and Skyrim?
Fallout.
Fallout. Yeah.
I could see
agree with
that, yeah.
Another game really quick that's getting an update that I'm stoked about because I love the original game, Mario Strikers, is getting a free update. They're adding more characters. This is a good sign, okay? That I wasn't super invested in the game, the remake, because it's a new game. Mario Strikers Battle League is the game that came out this year, which was a remake of the original GameCube game that came out in the early 2000s, I believe, which is one of my favorite games. But there's an update coming out. It didn't give the date. Oh yeah, it did. It's already out. It came out on the 21st. But there's new characters, which means I assume they're going to progressively be adding new characters as we go on. So they added Daisy and Shy Guy. I love Shy Guy.
Love Shy Guy.
So excited.
It's a great
excited.
character.
What sound does Shy Guy make? What kind of sound?
Woo.
Okay.
I don't know. That sounds right.
That's
Both
good.
of those
I liked
sound
it.
like, it could be it.
I love Daisy too.
What is it?
What is
I'm
it?
gonna start doing that.
Yeah, I
So that is
swear.
cool. They're updating it. That means they're adding new characters, which I was a little unimpressed with the amount of characters they started with. So I'm glad to know that they're adding them as we go on. There's a new map. There's a new mode. Cool stuff coming with that. Moving on. Another quick thing. Apex is also a game I really enjoy. There's a lot of lore with it and a lot of stuff they add over time as well. Apex is a first-person shooter. It's a battle royale type game that they've added onto a lot over the years. This event is called the Gaiden event. I don't know if it's Gaiden or Gaiden, but there is anime skins now, which is super cool, Jerica. You should download the update.
I like that. I like the mangas.
nice.
Yeah, there's
Manga.
Naruto. There is Sailor Moon. There is Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah,
There's all kind of cool
yeet.
skins. And some new events
Yay.
that come with that. That is really fun. I've been playing some. I streamed a little bit with friends of the show, Josh and Brian. Yoshi, my boy. Katronica, that's funny. Shy Guy is my boy. So yeah, that's really fun. It came out shortly, not too long ago, and I've been playing it. It's cool. They don't do a lot of themed skin stuff that often,
Yeah.
very specific, like in pop culture type skins, so that's cool. So I'm definitely gonna snag one of those up. Their skins are not cheap though, so I'm hoping to just randomly get one. We'll see. Last thing to round out the news, Jerica, I don't know if you saw this, or Shannon, if you're interested in this, but the new Avatar game got major delayed. Mega delayed. Did you see that, Jerica?
That's fine. It's fine. I'm fine with that.
Jerica's like,
Because here's the thing. Yeah. Shannon, let me hear your thoughts. What do you think about the blue avatars? The blue avatar people.
I liked the movie.
story.
I'm interested to see how they further the plot. In my mind, it's
Same.
like you found the biggest and baddest thing that existed already on that planet. But to be fair, they weren't swimming it around in the first movie. So,
Yeah.
No.
we don't have a lot of the ocean explored. They might not have a lot of it explored. Who's to say? There's might be some parallels there. But as far as a game is
Maybe.
concerned, I don't know. I don't know about all that.
Josh in the chat is saying, in parentheses, he said, still saying the Avatar game might be good. LOL.
Might be good.
Somebody else has a hot take though and says, if any movie doesn't need a game, it's Avatar.
I feel like that
So there's some
entire
bold
hot take
takes.
that you quoted was bleeped out, and I'm sad.
Oh no.
Could you
Yeah.
repeat that?
Wait.
second one.
Nikolai at Night said, if any movie doesn't need a game, it's Avatar.
Agreed.
I heard that the Guardians of the Galaxy game was really, really good, though. Have you guys played it?
It was
Okay.
so good. Way
Yeah,
better
it's
than
on
I
my list
expected. Super good. I'm really excited because one of the main writers for that, because actually the story, like the writing's really good in that game. The gameplay is a little drawn out in places. It's still fun to play, but it goes on for a minute. But the story is so good. I enjoyed the game more than I did the
Nice.
movies.
I'll need
like I
to
like the
play
characters
that.
in the game more than the movies. And then but that writer on that team has now been hired at BioWare to work on the new Mass
Ooh.
Effect, which is really
Yeah.
freaking cool.
You're
Yeah.
correct, Katronica. Movie games are very hit or miss. I don't know how many games I've played though that were movie first and then game
Yeah.
second. Not really sure.
I just want to know who's asking for the Blue Avatar storyline to continue.
People will
'cause
buy it,
I feel
I'm
like
sure.
James Cameron is just putting it in our faces. And then aren't they making like 5 more? I'll go on this rant all the time. Like, who's asking for
Maybe
it?
I am.
I'm sure there's like
you know?
maybe.
Take
Who's
it.
to say?
I'm-
Why not?
That's what you
Whatever
do in your
James
spare time.
Cameron is going to give me, Jerica, I'll take it.
Ever since
She's
the
his
Titanic.
biggest fan.
Exactly.
know?
Actually. So, but you are not going to be playing it for a while because it's delayed to
Oh, yeah.
2023, and then there's a dash that says 24. So it could be 2 years from now that we're playing
They
that
might as
game.
well hold on to it to the next movie.
Yeah.
Which would be like 10 years from now.
Right. So that Jeff Keighley actually tweeted that, so I thought that was interesting. He just said Ubisoft has been
Oh, he cares about it. He cares about
has
it.
delayed Avatar Frontiers Pandora until 2023/24. So we'll see. But that's really all I had, unless you guys had any other news pieces.
I just liked how Jerica was
That
like,
is-
"Oh, he cares about it," like in a negative
I
way.
guess he
Like, "Oh,
cares
you can
about
tell he cares about it."
He cares about it. He's talking about it. I'm just like, quit talking about it. But watch it be a really fun game. Watch it be one I won't shut up about. That's gonna haunt me for the rest of my
Oh,
life.
yeah.
We'll have
That's
this
fun.
clip.
If I'm like-
I'll save it.
We got the receipts.
We'll save it and dang.
Recips. We got them.
Recipes.
Jerick, I bet you
The
will love it.
recipes.
That would, I think just out of spite, the universe is going to be like, well, you know what? We're going to put
I'm like, man, I really want to hook up my umbilical cord to this fly pterodactyl because that's what they do.
What if there's Avatar raids, Jerica? You got raids in there, you know? Who knows?
I mean, if they get cool gear, then maybe I'm in.
Flare. What if you got flare
I
for your
hope
blue
there's
people?
some cool dual sense. I want some cool dual sense, like my controller. When I get hooked up to the critter I'm about to ride up this mountain, I want to feel it rumble. You know, like
I want to feel it rumble.
I want to feel that in my hands. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll see when it comes out in 5 years, maybe. So Josh in the chat, Aravi, said it doesn't have to be a masterpiece of storytelling. It's just a fun action sci-fi movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Well, I'll probably go see it in theaters too. What am I talking about? He does 3D really good, and I'm a sucker for that.
I think we're just I like to, play the little, devil's advocate, Hey. Well, do we want to talk about Stray?
Yeah.
Do we want to get into the nitty-gritty?
So.
Maybe I was trying to say do with a meow. Maybe we meow.
That was good, yeah.
Meow, 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 meow.
Maybe we meow. We do all. Meow. Yeah.
You made me snort. Well, so I mentioned this at the beginning, but if we had anybody join, I did not finish the game. I was able to sit down and play a good bit of it, depending on, I want to ask how long it took both of you to finish it.
Oh, I have no idea.
But
I've just been zooming. You know what I mean?
Jerica is actually the cat right now.
I did wrong. Like I have black fur. I think the cat is a ginger
Cat
in the game. So I'm not actually cosplaying that cat, but I think it had a friend at the beginning.
It sure did.
Yeah,
It sure did, Jerica.
It sure did. Very
And you know what I
upsetting.
thought about that whole
It had
game?
a friend.
Where is the friend?
Where are they?
They
Trying to
Where
find
are
the
they
friends.
now?
Why did they not come after him? Why did they not jump down there and save him?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's a him, actually. We don't know what the gender of the
Yeah,
cat
also
is.
just
Yeah.
I didn't see any.
Yeah.
I was about to say, did they see any balls on the cat? So it might be a lady.
No.
Because you would see the balls. Because there's no one to neuter them or
Yeah,
spay.
that's
What is
actually a
it?
really good point, Jerica.
It was a lady kitty. But you also didn't see his butthole. It wasn't one of those cats, though, that has his tail in the air either.
I think
Didn't see
they
any
did
of
that on
Somebody said I like
purpose. To be honest with you.
Which, there's... Side note, if you've ever played The Last Guardian, okay, the creature in that game is huge, but it's like a cat winged bat thing. And someone on that team, because the big critter has an actual butthole. Like you can look at it in the game.
No!
And it poops sometimes, and you see the animation. So someone designed and worked hard on that butthole in that game. Last Guardian, look it up.
No.
Last Guardian.
No.
The critter has an anus, so you can see it. I'm sorry, everybody. Just a little side note. But someone decided not to do that in Stray, so I thank you for that, because we didn't need it in The Last Guardian either. So.
First of all,
There we go.
I gotta catch up really quick in the chat because Josh said
sorry.
No, Josh said Shannon is literally a stray cat, and yes, she is. We love her. She's a beautiful stray cat.
The people have spoken.
And I want to clear this up right now, okay? I do not.
Sorry, I got off the hinge a little bit, but I had to explain.
Someone has assaulted my character in the chat, and I'm really upset.
Whoa.
I'm just
Dang.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are we at that point now? We gotta boot some people?
No, Nikolai at Night said Kayla likes to bully old directors. And I love James Cameron, okay? He's got good stuff.
No, I like to bully him. Mm-mm.
See, Jerica. Blame her.
I don't like him.
And Katronica clarified the cat has 3 friends, okay? I think one of them is definitely a black cat.
It is.
Yeah.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
Josh
me.
said he has actually played The Last Guardian, and it was really a good, cool ending.
I gotta finish it. I just can't get over that thing pooping. And me looking
have to
at
see
it.
this.
I can't stop staring.
I like how, I think that Twitch is blacking out the word butthole in our chat. That is
That's a
hilarious.
nice.
But
block that
so
out.
let's start. But no pun intended. I want to know what you guys think. Like spoiler free. Like start from the beginning. Like gameplay. Let's talk about. I loved the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was on point, perfect. Obviously, I'm not finished. I'm about I would say 4 or 5 hours in. I think. Around that mark. I haven't really been keeping up with it.
That's how far
But
you are in.
The soundtrack was.
It's like a 5-hour game. You're
Really?
like right at the end, Kayla.
Where are you at?
Yeah,
where
what are you doing?
Kayla?
Maybe I'm not that far in. I am, without spoilers, because this is just like a random point. I have collected all of the notebooks. I took the transmitter up to the top of the thing.
Oh, okay.
I am now back with Momo. We're just chatting,
Gotcha.
Okay.
trying to figure out what's going on. So maybe I'm only, but I farted around a lot because this game, like, I love the aesthetic of this game. I love the
I
city.
just
So
kept
I like just walking
screaming
around.
at Brian the whole time in the other room, and I was like, Brian, I can't believe this. Come look at these tiles. Look at this puddle right here. It's wild.
Ray tracing
Yeah.
is awesome in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, I love the music. I thought that the first music that plays, okay, they're saying that they think it's about a 6-hour game and they think I'm about the 2-hour mark. Okay, that might be more
I just
right.
thought about
Okay.
the fact that the length of the playtime is completely subjective because it depends on how you play. So, back
Of
to
course,
that.
yeah. Definitely. Normally I play through things like, I'm not a completionist at all. I usually don't take more time than necessary, but I'm just walking around and really having a good time. So I'm just walking
Yeah.
around. I love hearing his little pitter patter.
I love it so much.
I also really like that it's a stealth game, but you don't have the risk really of falling off things, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes sense because it's a cat game. Like you're gonna be pretty like good on your
Cats
feet.
don't
You're
be
not really
falling. They be
gonna
landing
risk
on their
falling.
feet.
They don't be. I play on. I think we all played on PlayStation, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. The DualSense, really cool. I do think they could have done a little bit more with it, but I like what they did.
Oh crap.
What, Jerica?
Keep going. I forgot to get my other friends 2 cents about this game. Just momentarily.
Okay. Okay.
Just keep talking, Kayla.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say things out loud.
Oh no, it's okay. So I'm just trying to wrap up my thoughts with what I've played so far. I forgot I made notes, but essentially like standout things for me is the really cool audio. I think that not only you definitely want to wear headphones when you play this game because I think like it's a very immersive. The audio just in general I think is really good. I love that there's a meow button. Love it.
Best part of the game.
Did anyone else notice at various points in the game what happens when you meow? Like some cool things that happen? Did anybody notice
I
that?
just noticed people reacting, but nothing outside
Lights?
of that.
That too.
The lights. Yeah. So especially, I don't know if this continues throughout the rest of the game, but one cool thing is when you meow, the certain sections like the neon lights, which I love the neon lights. I think that's a really cool like aesthetic and it looks beautiful on the PS5. It gives you like little directions. Like it will, if you can't really figure out where you're gonna want to go, like the lights light up when you meow, which I thought was awesome. And then I love like the neon lighting, like gives you the directional like things, which I love when they do like, I think it's called environmental storytelling, I think is the word to use. And I know that Last of Us does it a lot where like subtle indicators of like where you need to go. And I always like when they do that in video games. Because I feel like it makes it accessible to like oh, I don't know where I should go. Like here's the way, without being super direct. I love that like the camera angles, the various different camera angles. So like sometimes it will be like you're actually like cat level. Sometimes you will have the fixed camera point. You know, like where he'll like jump through the window and you'll be like in a fixed point. Sometimes you'll be following him around. I like the creative use of the camera angles. And I just think it's very, like, the sound overall audio is very dynamic. I like the little puzzles that are, like, various throughout there. I think that's pretty interesting. And how, like, something that you might do casually that doesn't create an action might later create an action, like, with scratching and, like, things like that, like, are placed throughout the game, but sometimes they actually affect your environment and sometimes they don't. I like that. I think that's really all of my first impressions. I think it's very creative overall, and I like it a lot. All right. Who else
I
wants
can
to
talk
go?
about it.
Yeah.
So,
Go.
Kayla, I feel like you described the beginning already. Would that be a spoilers to talk about?
Yeah.
It would be a spoilers to talk about.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you the question.
Huh?
Oh.
What is it?
What is it?
Can I talk about the
repeat
beginning,
question.
2 minutes into the
Yes.
game? Okay,
Yeah. I think that's fine. Like, I think everybody here has probably at least
this
seen the
point,
beginning.
you're just ignorant. If you haven't seen the beginning, it's all out there. Strays everywhere. It's everywhere. Just immediately, I was like, oh my God, this cat. I'm so upset. And it was hurt. That was like a really, really interesting start. I think that you were just already starting off kind of physically affected, when I feel like a lot of games are like, all right, are you ready to get started? Here's all the things you have. You're perfectly healthy right now. And so starting out like struggling a little bit with a little cat's paw, I thought was really cute. It was the way that the animal moved was really accurate, so that was kind of cool. I liked how it interacted with a lot of the things around, the inanimate and animate objects. That was really cool. I agree. I thought the sound design was really, really cool. The aesthetics were just crazy, man. Like, I swear, I would just look around. I would just stand somewhere and just kind of like move the camera around, just like looking at everything.
This is an indie game.
It just trips me out. And I didn't think it was going to be a puzzle game. I wasn't really sure. Brian showed me the trailer, and I'm going to be honest with you. All I saw of the trailer was the silhouette of a cat jumping, and I just started screaming. And I was like, yeah, I need that. Like, I don't need to know anything else about this game, but it needs to be downloaded on our system on the day that it comes out. So that was kind of my introduction to it, is just seeing a cat jump across like an alleyway with a light behind it.
Yes.
But yeah, I think it's a really great game. The puzzle aspect of it's really, really fun. I love problem solving, so I think for me in particular, it was very much right up my alley. I really liked the points where I would get stuck, knowing that I just had to kind of look around and that there had to be something that I could utilize to get out of a situation. So that was really cool. I agree with you on the accessibility part. I do feel like it was a game that, no matter your level of gaming, because it's really just recently that I started to get back into it, that I wasn't in over my head like I feel sometimes in Elden Ring.
Yeah. Two very different ends of the spectrum.
Right. Love them both though, which is interesting. I think I enjoy Elden Ring a lot more than a lot of other people do, which is interesting. But yes, overall, Stray was really great. I think the other aspect about it that I really liked is I almost felt like I had a pet cat while I was playing the game for a few days, which was really nice because we don't have a cat right now.
Aww.
For the listeners, earlier before we were recording anything, I was talking to Jerica and Kayla. We don't have a pet because we travel too much, but a couple weeks ago, me and my husband pull into our driveway and I just look over at him and I'm like, I don't think I can go inside. And he was like, why? And I was like, there's nothing waiting on us in there. So I was really excited that this game came out because I do think in a way it kind of made me feel like I had a cat. The fact that when the cat is purring, you get that little rumble feedback on your device. I loved that. I was like, it feels like I have a cat with me. And then the rest of the time I'm just screaming at Brian and I'm just like, look at him. Just look at him. Watch what he's doing. Look at him.
You just look at
Brian's
him.
like, it's just a cat. There he is.
Existing. That's awesome.
I think that's the perfect quote. Like, if you were Shannon now is official, she's an official reviewer. And I think you put 5 out of 5. Felt like I had a cat with me for a little bit.
Yep.
That should be your quote.
I heard that a lot of people that do have cats that have been playing the games, that their cats are very invested in the game. I'm sure some of it has to do with the audio, the meow feature. Yeah. But I need to watch some videos and see what that looks like later.
Is there
There's a lot of videos out there?
Is there secret messages that the cats are sending each other through
That's
this
what
game?
I want to know.
Great.
You know what I mean?
They're hacking us.
They are hacking
the cats
us.
are
What are
hack
they
us
saying?
this way.
What is it saying? That's what I want to know. That's funny. What do you think of the robot people? I think they're really cool. What do you think of we didn't really talk about the little bitty bot thing.
B12.
I know we don't want to do spoilers,
I thought that
but
was
that's
a cute
also pretty.
name for the device, which is also a mood supporting supplement, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew.
So
oh, that makes sense.
That's really cool. I was like, oh,
That's-
that's a really cute little tidbit there.
Nod. Yeah. I thought he was adorable. I love, and like, this is like barely in again, but like when you put the vest on, how the cat reacts to it.
Oh my god, that killed me.
How he's like, he like
just-
walks around like,
And then falls over.
he's like,
I was like, this is
oh
accurate.
my gosh, what about the feature where the bag is on your head?
That is amazing.
Did you guys do that?
Mhm.
yes, and like it automatically just starts. Like you can't control it. I thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
I was like,
What's
oh, this
interesting
is neat. The cat
about the
can't
bag
see.
is, and I don't know if you guys had the same, situation or experience. Obviously, you get into the bag thinking like, oh, what is this? I'm about to pick something up, or maybe I found something. Like, who knows? You just have an action button next to the bag, and you put it on, and you're like, I got a bag on my head. Like, all this stuff's happening. I, later in the game, knowingly did that again.
Oh yeah, I did.
I
multiple
did too.
times.
Like,
I'm like, shit.
I
no,
don't
did
know
it again.
why I did, but I was
Just like a
curious
cat.
about. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what is that?
Huh,
Will it do the
that's
same
funny.
thing?
Oh, so somebody in the chat, and I have not gotten as far as them in the game. Obviously, they finished, but Nikolai at Night said, "Did y'all find the Easter eggs for the different robots, like the Skyrim
Just
one?"
this. I only picked up on the Skyrim one.
Okay, that's cool.
Something about something to the knee, and I was like, that's a Skyrim.
Oh, like
fan.
an arrow to
I
the
feel
knee.
like there was something else too that I was just like, oh, they're a fan of that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I
fun.
wonder
yeah.
what
I
else.
do.
I can't remember
I
what it
felt
was.
like there were some. Oh, man, I just don't know if I'm misremembering things though.
Let's
I
see.
almost feel like there were some Douglas Adams references in the game,
Maybe.
but I'm not entirely sure if there were or not.
I love the reaction the robots had to the cat when it first got there. Like how everybody was scrambling. I loved that. I thought that was so
Yeah,
funny.
that made me laugh. I was like, oh shoot, what's
Apparently-
behind me? Like, what are these people running from? But it was
Yeah.
me.
Apparently, the robots in the game eat ramen. Get like RAM
Yeah.
memory. Ramen.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, Shannon, did you have any closing thoughts on without spoilers on your experience with Stray?
Oh yeah, I remember the Back to the Future.
Yes.
guy.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Doc. That was one
Yeah.
too. I was like, oh yeah, that was the other thing.
My final thought is that
I'm sorry, I
I
didn't
want
mean to interrupt.
more. I do
Mhm.
wish we could talk about more details in depth, but that will be
Mhm.
for another time. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe
I
we
want
could do
another
a-
game. That was phenomenal. I'm going to play it again because there were two things that I missed. I'm typically the type of person that likes to find and get absolutely everything as you progress, hoping that there's a reward at the end for the person that is the perfectionist and that is type A.
Mhm.
There is not always that. But there were a few things that I want to replay. So I'm excited to actually replay it to get the few things I missed.
Okay. Jerica, are you putting your headphones in your ears?
Yes. I'll see if that made sense. It fits in there pretty good.
Wow.
I just can't hear. That's not at my real ears, so I can't hear out of it.
Are you
These fake
sure?
cat ears.
Wow.
Yep, this did not stay in too good. I need a different size, I guess.
Jerica, your thoughts?
I did just remember another Easter egg, and one of the. Sorry, you just asked me my thoughts, but I'm like, there's something else. And one of the robots is a hacker, and I love Mr. Obviously, I talk a lot about hacking. I love hacking, but Elliot from Mr. Robot, I was like, oh, Mr. Robot fan. That was the other one. I didn't know if that was on accident, but it was not. So,
It does seem like
have
there's
you
a
watched
lot
Mr.
of...
Robot,
I have not.
Kayla? You gotta watch Mr. Robot. It's so good.
Okay.
Shannon, you've watched some of Mr. Robot. It's also just really good. Good
I'll put it
show.
on my list.
Yeah, add that to the list. Anyways, yeah, Stray was cool. I have to say, comparing it to other games I've played before, it's already like I love the cities so much more than I did in the actual Cyberpunk 2077. I like to just throw out that like, man, this is already a better Cyberpunk game. Okay?
Yeah, it looks similar.
I just like to throw out, I like to make Cyberpunk feel small. One day maybe it'd be great, but I wasn't impressed. But I do like the cyber world that they created with all the little robots. There's no humans. We don't know what happened to them. You sort of discover a few things along the way.
Yeah.
Which I always love a good story where Will we get all the answers? I don't know. I love that though. I enjoy that a lot. I like trying to find bits and pieces of information to put the puzzle pieces together. A lot of that in the game, as you're the cat wandering around, is getting to know all the little robot inhabitants and listening to what they have to say is super interesting to me. It was all, I know every little robot I wanted to talk to and see what they had to say. I enjoyed finding the little robot person that played music and finding all the music sheets.
That was fun.
That was cool. Now, one little pro tip I have for someone that's going to play Stray: don't collect them all and then go give them to the little robot, because it takes a lot. That it has to play them.
That's what I did, Jerica, and it was. I just kind of had to walk in a circle as a cat, or sometimes I was like, I'll take a little nap. I'll get my purr box going.
Take a little nap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I made the mistake of collecting all of it and letting the robot play every single.
Some of them were short, and then some of them were unreasonably long.
That's what I did. I collected all of them, and I was like, okay, now I go.
So don't do that unless you just want to listen to music for 30 minutes. But I'm trying to think of other things that just sort of stood out to me.
The plot was really good, I thought. I think the actual story was interesting, and you get very invested into it. And you almost feel like, for me, I like justice in scenarios. So it was just interesting how evocative it was, I think, just the actual story.
Okay.
I can't wait to go further with it because I want to talk about the ending. Without spoiling it, I feel like they did have a little nod at the very end that this might not be the last that we see of this little stray kitty cat. We might. I bet we get a sequel.
Okay.
I bet we get a sequel. I think it's gonna happen. But thinking back to it, I was thinking a couple of things that stood out, and what was I gonna say? I know at one point. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. When I first saw gameplay for this game, I got really excited because obviously I'm like, wow, this looks like an actual cat simulator. This looks like the cat's gonna move around like a real cat. It's gonna be very cool. I've never played a game as a cat simulator in a cyberpunk world. That's some of the best. That's the best combo.
Yeah, welcome to the best niche. But when I started seeing,
it's perfect. No pun intended. Perfect. And everybody's making that joke. It's great. But I was interested when I started seeing gameplay closer to the release date, people were getting it and playing it early. I was like, wow, you cannot control the cat completely. You do have to move the cat to places where it can jump up.
Yeah.
We're used to playing platformers where we hit, X to jump, right?
Right.
X, and the cat I was expecting the cat just to jump and me control the jumps. But in Stray, you do not.
It's point and click.
It's always a point, and it's almost like a point and click. You can go up to a platform, you'll see the X when you can jump on it, and see the X on the floor when you can jump down. But most of the things in that game are climbable, which is pretty cool. Which you don't, because I when I saw that, I was like, that turned me off a little bit because I don't like being controlled like that. I like to, I don't need James Cameron trying to tell me what to do.
You like to have the ability to accidentally jump off of something and die and respawn somewhere else without all your runes.
Everything. I just lose all my runes.
I liked that aspect of it, actually. I thought it was very interesting.
But where I'm going with it ended up working out really well because, like I said, you're not limited. For the most part, every place you can jump up to and explore. So it doesn't really feel like you're limited like I initially thought it was going to feel like. I was like, that stinks. But it's a very linear story. There's a couple of cities, obviously, that open up a little bit, which, by the way, I know you can meow for the lights to tell you where to go, but in one of these cities, it does not do that, and I was lost multiple times. And there's not a map, because cats don't read maps, I guess, but they can talk to robots.
Exactly.
So the cat doesn't get a map at any point in time. So, I had to, it's one of those games where you're sort of you gotta get used to your environment and learn where stuff's at. And you're you are a cat, so you're lower on the ground, so it's hard to see around where you're gonna go. You get lost. I got lost. That probably took the most time in that first city that you get to. I kept getting lost. I was like, "Where's the laundromat?"
Yeah, I
Where's
got a
the
little
bar
frustrated
again?
with that too. It took me a while to just like get my
yeah.
bearings and remember where everything was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got, not that that's a bad thing. I thought it was sort of cool because like it forces you to get acquainted with your
Yeah.
surroundings, and it's sort of like you want. Don't rush through it. Like if you're thinking about playing it, take your time with it and explore. If you're gonna get around the city, you're gonna have to because you don't have a map, obviously.
Yeah, I wish that feature would have carried over into the. I didn't know that. I guess I haven't really. I got a little lost in the apartments area, but I didn't know that it didn't carry over. That's interesting. Huh.
So I thought that was pretty cool. Overall impression, it's not a terribly hard game. It's easy to pick up and just play, but there are just enough challenging real country there. There's enough challenging puzzles in the game for sure that like just enough. Like there's games sometimes I want to be like brutally ripped apart. Sometimes I like a challenging game here and there. But this is a perfect game you just pick up and chill out to and have fun. Like that's why I love it. So there's always a place in my soul for these kinds of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess a good question to close on that someone in the chat sent was, what do we think about the $30 price point for the experience?
I think it's well worth the money.
I think they could have
actually
charged
it was more game than
another $10. To be honest with you,
more. I think they could have. Yeah, this could have easily been a $39 game.
I would have paid $39.
I'm surprised it's $30.
I would have paid $69. I'm showing my cards there a little bit, but I would have paid that personally.
I just realized, Shannon, you're totally out of frame now. It's just a little bit of your hair, so I gotta fix it. I can fix it if you're comfortable. All you see is like a little bit of hair talking.
It's very elusive. It's like, ooh, who is this reviewer?
She's
who is
teasing
she?
I'm just moving.
Ooh. All right. Well, I also totally forgot we do have Shannon's summoning question to end with.
Wow. Okay.
Oh
so
yes.
But I don't want to skip over anybody else's thoughts. Do we have anything else we want to add before we wrap up my first impressions, y'all's kind of spoiler-free review of Stray? So I think this technically would be a spoiler-free review for most of us, for you two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to close off with?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I mean, like, it's just ultimately it's a really great game. I think that there's something in it that everyone would enjoy.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, for the long-awaited, I'm very curious for your answers before we close. Shannon, tell us, if we were going to... Jerica, do you have the exact wording? I always forget it. Do you know?
Not with me, but basically, Shannon, if we were going to use black magic to summon you, what 5 items would we need to toss in the cauldron, put in the square circle thing that you use to summon things?
Yeah, we're stirring up the pot. We're gonna toss in your 5 items.
There's some candles. We're in this cave, this ancient cave. We're trying to summon you.
Yeah.
What 5 items would we need?
Your essence.
This is tough for me. A little bit.
Okay.
Because it's hard to settle on just 5 things. But I feel like the first thing would be a copy of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay. Yeah.
The next thing would be Luna Lovegood.
Ooh, it's the character, okay?
Tommy.
So we would need
Put
to
her in there. We go get her and put her in there.
So we gotta kidnap
Yes.
these people.
Yeah.
Cool.
Once they're in the cauldron, they're in there with me. I'm in there. You guys are just trying to get me out, pretty much, right?
Yeah,
I'm already
you.
in there.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
cat, so I can just curl up and Luna Lovegood, Tommy Shelby, one of the Peaky
Who's that?
Blinders. if you
Oh,
haven't
Peaky
watched the
Blinders.
Peaky Blinders,
Okay, love it.
Ron Swanson.
Oh,
So it's all honestly, you guys are sacrificing a lot of people to summon me.
I love it. These are the best.
And then I think the last thing, gosh, this is just so hard for me. Maybe a cannoli. I don't know.
Oh.
It's good. I love a good cannoli.
You do the spell, you stir it all up, you put all this stuff in here, and what actually pops out instead is just like a mushroom. Just like in Elden Ring, when you go through so much trouble to get something, and you pillage them or open a chest, and it's a mushroom.
And then you have to do something else with the mushroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, where are we taking the mushroom next?
You
eat
eat the
to
mushroom,
a shrine,
and then you
okay.
go on a
there's a piece
vision
of-
quest,
you eat
and
it,
you find me in the vision quest. Yeah,
Okay.
Jerica said you eat the mushroom.
yeah. You eat the mushroom. You go on a vision quest. Then you have to defeat
It's one of those mushrooms.
Tommy Shelby and Ron Swanson, and then you can hang out with me if that's what you want. You have to really want it.
Try.
you, Shannon.
We can try.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
if you want to hang
if
out,
you want.
you should want to hang out with Shannon. I promise. It would be a treat. Well, thank you, Shannon, for joining it. Did something
I
happen?
lost you for a second.
Huh.
Oh no. Well, hey, I guess it's good that it's at the end. But we will definitely have you back, Shannon. I want to have you back on for your PS5 adventures.
Yeah, there's a bunch of games I want to play, so I'm excited to get back on and talk more about that kind of stuff, and just other random pop culture stuff too. I feel like we all have interests that bisect and intersect and all the sects,
Yeah.
Except James Cameron.
Except
He
James.
doesn't deserve to be here.
I'd love to see
get him
like
outta here.
you, like someone recreate you with the new Real Engine 5 and James Cameron, and you guys just brawl,
That's the game we gotta get someone to make that.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's find a game developer. That's the game I want to play.
We'll make it happen.
Josh is working on a game. Josh, make us.
Josh, make us.
Make us.
And what's even funny,
that?
like I honestly have no beef against James Cameron. I just started that tonight, so it's just a new thing I'm doing. So I've never had a problem with it. I love Titanic.
That's how I feel about
Don't cancel
Jenny
us.
Weasley. She's just the worst.
She kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah, ew.
Well, thank you for Jerica, the hippopotamus Alfonso cat, as she was named earlier. Thanks for joining us today. Maybe we can talk spoilers when I finish. What was that?
That's my mad cat.
Cats
actually
be
really
doing
good.
that.
Thanks. And then the little chirp when they see
bird?
like something
Love
fly,
that.
and they're like,
Live for that. Yeah. I want to know what's really
Like
happening.
that was
really
that was dead on.
not gonna lie, I am perfect with most animal
Okay.
noises, except a dolphin and a
that's
horse.
an interesting
because they
brag.
both sound similar to me.
Do a bear.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have to play with that one a little bit. That one's a little low. I don't know. That's more like a pig. I
You
don't
were
know.
close.
Not know this about you.
Yeah, it's like because they got the mouth.
They
and
like
they're
chuff.
Yeah,
They like
that's-
chuff a little bit.
Well, this
yeah.
got us something. Someone just followed us, or they
Wow.
subscribed. So that women, that's all it takes.
Thank you so much, Nikolai, at night for
Growling at
subscribing.
someone. That's
What about this? Is like a
They
new.
got the underjaw is like way.
Have you ever seen a bear without
Okay.
fur?
Oh yeah, they look like
look
demons.
wild.
Yeah, terrifying.
Wow. Well, I want to hear one more, Jerica. Do a duck. Can you do a duck?
Okay,
I didn't know this about you. I want to use this.
I have to practice. Some of these I can't just do. I have to like warm my vocals up to.
Yeah.
That's good.
Can't do it.
Reminds me of
That's good.
Untitled Goose
Nah.
Game. That was a really good one.
That's good.
What was it? I used to do a deer. I never hunted deer, but I did go with hunters one time, and I heard that's not it. I'll have to play with that
Really
one
quiet.
again.
You know what we should do that would be fun? An episode is to just talk about like games in general that are based off like animals. So like Untitled
Yeah,
Goose
there's
Game.
a lot. Echo the Dolphin.
yeah.
First one I ever played, Sega Genesis.
Goat
It's a
Simulator?
really hard. Goat Sim, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode. Jerica could do sounds for all of them.
I'll try.
You're the voice
goat.
actor behind the cat and Stray. I didn't mean to
That's
out you for
I would
that
love-
just
that would-
now, but it's clear
Dang it.
now. Yeah.
Well, everybody's going to be trying to find me just for that.
I'm sure that's someone's thing. They're gonna watch this episode and be like, "Ooh, the animal noises."
I hope we're in the news tomorrow. One for, man, that lady might be a danger to James Cameron, but she's also the voice of the cat from
Danger
Stray.
to James Cameron. Oh my god. That's funny.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching. We hope you loved it. If you're just catching the end, go back on YouTube and watch from the beginning. Or if you're listening to the podcast, check us out. Video version. You want to see Jerica's cat ears. Bye.
Bye.
Which one was
I don't know
that?
what that was.